first of all, I'd just like to welcome you to ROAPE.net.
Yeah, thank you.
Can you please just introduce yourself and say something about what it is you do and your background as a student activist?
Okay, my name is Josephine Alabi from Nigeria. I work with an NGO back home and with Socialist Workers League, Nigeria. As a student, of course, while I was back in school those days, I started my unionism, and it's really a wonderful one. Thank you.
Great. And can you've just attended a short 2-day workshop in Accra,
Yes.
having travelled here from Lagos, although you work in Abuja. Can you tell us about your impressions of the workshop, how it was? What do you take away?
Wow, it's a big one. I love the tempo of the meeting because it's a platform whereby people from different countries come together and they were able to share ideas, express themselves on crucial issue. And at the end of the 2-day meeting, we're able to come out with some concrete actions that we look forward to work on. And I so much love the platform because we're able to communicate, build synergy, and of course there are so many people here that got my contacts, and I also have their contacts so that we can communicate after. Thanks.
Great. And in terms of the agenda, the radical agenda, a lot of people were talking about how the continent can be reorganized to serve the interests of the poor and those who are disenfranchised.
Yeah.
So was that something in particular that struck you, that felt perhaps unusual? You do a lot of work in the region and across Africa, but this was an unusual meeting in some ways.
I love the style of this meeting. Like I said, you can imagine people are still sitting down, talking and trying to discuss. Despite the fact some of us are leaving tomorrow, we're not tired, and still discussing on issues and try to see how we can synergize, because we believe that the way forward for Africa is not just coming to use your meetings or use your workshop, but to see what we can do together after. That's it.
Brilliant. And now, briefly, how will you take some of the things you've learned into the work that you do as a consultant, as an activist in an NGO?
Oh, in fact, so much I'm taking away from here. Like I've told some of my colleagues here, the first thing I'm going to do is to do a step-down training to my colleagues back home and to those ones within my networks to see how I can share some of the information with them. Thank you.
Brilliant. Well, I would just like to say thank you very much, Josephine, for
You're
joining
welcome.
ROAPE.net.
Thank you.